so much for the opportunity. I look forward to answering your questions. I wouldn't say that the atmospheric parts in our music are the soul of HIRAES, but they are definitely like some sort of glue that keeps everything together. They're kind of like the icing on the cake, so to speak. I would say the soul of HIRAES are our mixture between heavy and fast parts and all these melodies that we have in our songs. In a way, I would say that also lyrically, Dormant is a predecessor to the topics in Solitary. While Solitary, or the lyrics for Solitary and all the music was written during the pandemic, and we were working alone and by ourselves, it provided a good basis for the lyrical outcome, of course. Same way kind of like with Dormant, but times have moved on. We live in a world where one crisis is followed by the next crisis, and I think Dormant is an album that lyrically deals with the topic of resilience a lot, like with the inner strength that comes forward maybe even unexpectedly sometimes when you're faced with the struggles that come in from the outside, you know, be it a global crisis like a pandemic or a personal crisis or just a bad time or a depression, something like that. And then all of a sudden you find an inner light, an inner strength that helps you go through shit. All members in HIRAES live in the northern part of Germany, but we don't live in the same town, so we don't practice or rehearse on a regular basis as far as like, we don't have a rehearsal spot where we go once or twice a week, so we don't have that. So now that our songs are written, recorded and about to be put out, everyone prepares their stuff for themselves, but then we come together for some rehearsals, for some we play our set, we play our new set list and just get the vibe going and to make sure that everything works well together, but everyone just works by themselves, and I learn the lyrics by myself and everyone else plays their parts. As far as the recordings, it was kind of like the same, so we did not rent a studio where we all got together for like 10 days or 2 weeks to record the album, but we all recorded by ourselves. Luckily we have the opportunity and possibility to do that. So like as soon as the instrumentals were done, I buried myself in my studio, so to speak, and recorded all the vocals, all the layers for the vocals, and then we sent everything to the Fascination Street Studios to Jens Bogen and his team, and they took care of the mix and mastering. We are no longer in a pandemic, so when we put out our first record, Solitary, we did not know when the pandemic would end. If it would end, and when we would get the chance to play live. This is a completely different scenario now. So first of all, our second record already has a fan base. HIRAES has a fan base already that we can present our second album to, which makes a big difference. Plus we can go on a release tour and present our stuff live. I mean, we consider ourselves a live band, and so the songs are written to be presented live on a live show, and we look forward to do so. So, and I think for a metal band, it's probably the best way to promote an album is to play live, right? Like where everything comes together, the energy, the stage performance, where you can share great moments with fans and with an audience. Yeah, so that's really cool. We'll look forward. Well, so far we were lucky enough to have been on a couple European tours, and among other countries, I mean, of course, Germany is our home base, but we also played in Belgium, in England, in Norway, Sweden, Austria, Switzerland, I don't know, I probably forgot a few countries here. But yeah, we get around quite a bit, and we hope to continue so in 2024. Well, you probably see HIRAES partying a lot because whenever we get together, we play shows, and of course that's it's always a good opportunity to party and have some fun. And I think that being in a band, be it a metal band or any kind of other band, I think if you want to kind of go somewhere with that and make it and just like exist and tour, you have to be super good at life. Like you have to be organized. You need to make sure that you have your life in somewhat of an order. Otherwise, like you're lost doing that. I mean, like I don't want to say that it's tough on the road or something like that, but I mean you probably look at a big financial investment prior to a tour, so that you have to come up with ideas of how to finance everything. Then you have to organize how to get to the venues and back. You deal with sleep deprivation and everything, and if you don't take care of your body and mind, and if you have a bad self-care, you're not gonna be able to do this for very long. HIRAES as a fairly new band, yeah, I would say it's like there are so many bands on this planet, and there are so many metal bands, and there are so many good bands that it's really not easy to stay relevant, if you want to phrase it like that. I mean, there are so many bands putting out new stuff every day, but a person can only listen to one song in a moment. So yeah, what can you do? I think all this enabling technology, streaming platforms and whatnot are a great tool. They have a kind of like democratizing effect, so everyone can release music, which probably wasn't the case in the 80s. So that's a good thing, but at the same time, you have to dig deep to find new pearls that you love, and you probably listen to like 20 songs before you find just one that really resonates with you, that is new. And so being in a band and doing all that, I think if you only look at the struggle of how to stay relevant and how to promote yourself and how to climb the ladder to the top, I think that's on the long run it's an unhealthy way. So I try to look at it like I want to pour my heart and soul into the music that I make. Everyone in HIRAES pours their heart and soul into our music, and people discover it and then they like it and then they recommend it to others. But the ultimate thing here is that it has to be a satisfying thing for us as artists. The whole business side of it is important, and it's part of being in a band. But as far as putting out music and releasing stuff, it's really not about that. Like I don't think of cash flow when I write lyrics, if you understand what I mean. And so I think like if you put out music that resonates with other people, that connects with other people, it's kind of like a gift. You know, when you think of your favorite tracks and how they enrich your life, and you could probably not live without your favorite musical tracks, I certainly couldn't, then this is just a wonderful thing. And I really hope that even though technology and artificial intelligence is like kind of mixing everything up, I really think that art is not only on the side of the recipient important, but also on the side of the one who puts it out. And I don't think that AI can replace that. You know, the urge to create is just like an innermost human thing. So I'm really not worried about that. Will bands be able to live from their music? Probably not. And I don't know how it is for other bands that are a lot bigger. Probably it's different, but for like these all these metal bands in the middle, we're in the t-shirt business, so we probably make more money with t-shirts than we make with our music, to be fair. But that's another story. So yeah, we'll see what the future brings, I guess. You crazy South American and Brazilian people. Like for the longest time, like forever, you hit the comments and you when you want us to play there, and for all other bands I've been in, like it's the same. Like you're really music craving nations there, and I really hope that our personal dream and your demand will come true one day, and that we can play for you guys someday. Nevertheless, we appreciate every comment, we read every comment, we really love our Latin American fans, and yeah, we hope that we can come over and party together with you sometime in the future.